I was born and educated here in Nairobi, and in '63 my parents and I went back to UK, and then in '64 I joined the main police force, and after a while they put me into Addenbrooke's Hospital in Cambridge to work for the coroner's office. So I was dealing with pathologists and undertakers every single day. So when I came back to Kenya in '68 and was told of the appalling state of City Mortuary, I was then being asked by various people, can you help us to set up our funeral, because we don't want to go to City Mortuary ourselves. And that's where I got the idea from. I thought one day I will start my own funeral home and help everybody that needs help. Whilst I was working out of City Mortuary and the holding room at Nairobi Hospital, before we'd ever built where we are now at Nairobi Hospital, Sir Charles Njonjo, who was then the chairman of Nairobi Hospital, gave me a fright one day because he called me up and he went, "Lee, I've been watching you." And I thought, oh goodness, what have I done? And he said, would you like to build a funeral parlour, he called it, a funeral parlour on the grounds of Nairobi Hospital. So we built the current Lee Funeral Home within the grounds of Nairobi Hospital in '87. And we opened it on the 12th of the 12th, 1988, which was 25 years celebration of independence of the Republic of Kenya. Our core values in Lee Funeral Home are to give first-class quality service to the bereaved's family and look after the deceased until the time of either cremation or internment. Yes, and generally look after the bereaved family. That's what we're there for. I was more than pleased to see so many funeral homes starting all over Kenya, you know, in tiny little villages as well. And more than happy to help some of them or put them in touch with suppliers of like where we got our things from. Yes, because otherwise we were becoming overloaded like City Council was, and I didn't want to get into that position. But I do believe we are still on top of the funeral industry. And we're working in an area where a lot, well, I would say 95% of the other funeral homes are not involved in that side at all. I feel we've achieved of something that I never envisaged that we would ever be asked to do. I went into the market as domestic funerals. As it stands now, we're all over the world, internationally.